just finished up here at the local Walmart in Crawfordville, Florida. And tonight we're going to be heading out into the Apalachicola National Forest to camp for the evening. Recently I've done a video here. We were on the other end of the forest. This time we're more on the eastern side. So we're going to find some new spots. I've got a few pinned on Onyx that I want to check out that look pretty interesting. But the cool thing is that this town of Crawfordville, which I've never been specifically here before, is kind of like the boundary for the national forest. So there's like all these major, grocery stores and like restaurants and hardware stores and stuff just in case you need something, but we can jump onto the other side of the road and we're literally like in the national forest. So from the Walmart, the first spot that we're going to check out is only like 12 minutes, which is super cool. Tomorrow we've got some pretty cool plans to head down to the St. Mark's National Wildlife Refuge. There's a really cool like historic lighthouse down there. We might do a little bit of fishing and all that, but let's go check out some of these spots, see if we can find a good one for the night, and we'll go from there. 1.5 miles away, and like look at the change of scenery. It's super rural out here. It's like kind of crazy how the border of that town is almost like so well defined. It doesn't like really peter out. It's like all of a sudden there's just like everything and then a bunch of trees. That's it. Beautiful oak trees just hanging over the road. What's up, buddy? What are you doing out here? Oh, he's a soft shell. Yeah, he's a soft shell. I think these ones, I don't know exactly what species this is, but I'm pretty sure these guys have to be in water, otherwise they start drying out. Ooh, don't bite me. He tried to get me. Guys, check out that turtle. We're gonna get him across the road so you can go on his business. It is beautiful out here, guys. I mean, we are only 5 minutes out of town. And look at this change of scenery, just nothing but forest. We're already seeing wildlife. Super cool little turtle there. I like to help him out when I see him. This first spot that we're gonna be checking out as a potential campsite is literally right up here though. So let's get in and go see if we can find ourselves a place to camp for the evening. Oop. Well, I guess that is the issue with being this close to town. Got a little party spot here. There could be benefits to this though. We got kind of a bucket if we need one. Oh, dude, perfect. I've been needing an overland fridge, and this one's like, it looks it looks like it's seen better days, but you never know. That's kind of cool though. Gone fishing. Oh, dude, I forgot a pair of socks. Perfect. And we don't even really need to pull out the rooftop tent because we got a pop-out couch with some kind of big lizard running on it. What initially drew my eye to this on Google Earth was this little access point to the river, thinking maybe like we could do some fishing or something, but seeing how overflowing this is, can't even really get down there, can't see it from the campsite. And, with the disgusting amount of trash and clear buffoonery going on in this spot, I think we're going to move on to the next. let's take a gander at this one. This one's in close enough proximity. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be Partyville too, for sure. Man, it stinks out here though. Oh yeah, Party City. Clearly they come out here and shoot. Totally not living creatures. They're absolutely just shooting tires over there. Not shooting vultures. Absolutely not. And there is a massive alligator sitting right there. Okay. That's a no for me, dog. We're gonna continue down this for a little ways, a few miles here. Turns the dirt up here, gets a little bit more secluded away from the town. So hopefully we can find a little spot that's not Partyville. Definitely can. This is a huge forest. Just gonna take a little bit of searching, I think. Recently controlled burn, so maybe they picked up all the nonsense while they were here. Okay, this looks slightly more reasonable. Stay. All right, come on, sweetheart. Good girl. Yeah, a little pond right here. That looks like a spring-fed pond too. The water's like crystal clear. It's got kind of a green tinge to it, but it's like very, very clear. There's still like shotgun shells and like beer cans, but for the most part, it looks like they just recently did a controlled burn on this. So a lot of this stuff, at least like the paper trash, is all burned off. And I think this is as good of a spot as any. It's definitely better than those first two that we checked out. So yeah, let's go ahead and get the truck all set up and get camp going. You guys are probably curious about what's going on here. We'll talk about it later. Just using the good old Sam's Club yellow top coats. All right, guys, just got camp all set up. I'm gonna give you a quick rundown of what we're doing here. So we've got the Maverick set up here in this beautiful little area right along this pond. We got frogs chirping down there, and it's a real beautiful little spot. Got the Yakima Skyrise rooftop tent opened up. Give you guys a quick little peek of what that looks like on the inside, all set up. Got just one single simple cooler with some food and drinks in it. We're only out here for one night, so nothing too fancy there. We got Miss Fox with us on this trip. It's been a while since she has come camping. I don't know if I've actually introduced you guys to her on this channel yet. This is our husky girl. She's about 8 years old. We've had her since she was just a little fur ball. She's a sweetheart. My wife, Michelle. And we've got our little fire pit here. This is actually the Flamers Outdoor Fire Pit. I did a full video on this when they sent it to me. I will leave you guys a link for this as well as everything else that you guys see me using in this video down below in the description. But I highly recommend this. Awesome little fire pit. This also has some grates that you can put over the top. So we're gonna be cooking pork chops right on top of this here in about an hour actually. And it also has this rack on the inside that you can raise up right up underneath the cooking rack, and you can do charcoal on it. So real versatile little fire pit slash cooking item there. We got just a basic camp kitchen table set up where I'll do some prep work and stuff. I don't normally even actually bring this, but we had the room for it and it makes things convenient. And then we've got our basic little pop-up awning there just to keep the sun off of us. Eventually I'm gonna have this bed built out here and have some drawers down here in the bottom for organization, and I'm gonna have I got some molly panels that I'm actually DIYing, and I actually already have them done. I just need to get them mounted on the side here, but I got my traction boards, split them all, and I get out my little hatchet for cutting up some kindling here. And you know what, since I know a lot of you guys are wondering, let's just cover this situation real quick. So the rack is, this is an Xtrusion Overland XTR1 bed rack, and then the top part that goes over the cab here, I actually DIY built out of Unistrut. There is a video on my channel detailing that. You guys can check that out if you're interested. But this is like a DIY soft topper that I built super cheap, like the most budget one that I could probably build. I call it soft tarper because it is made out of tarps, and has a little 2x2 wood construction frame on the inside. This tarp is literally just like gorilla taped around the bottom there to kind of secure it. I think I spent like 60 bucks on it for all the materials or something like that. And I did make one little improvement to this thing, cut out a section of this heavy duty tarp for the back portion, and I folded it over and just gorilla taped it on itself. So I have some like nice mount points, and then I got some of these little snap rivets off of Amazon. They were like $5 for the pack, and they just snap closed just like that down both sides. And those these ones in here are just screwed directly into that wood frame. So super cheap, not the prettiest thing on earth really. I mean, from the outside really does not look all that bad actually. From the inside, kind of a different story, but you know what, it works and keeps the inside of the bed dry for the most part. I just have that clamped onto the bed rails there, but yeah, looks kind of ghetto, but it works. Had a lot of you guys ask me about that thing when I first built it like a year ago, and I never ended up doing a video on it. So my ultimate goal for that is I'm hoping to do like a DIY like PVC pipe frame, maybe like 1.25 1.5 inch PVC pipe, do a frame in there, and then actually get like ripstop canvas and attach it to that frame using those little snap rivets, so I can roll the sides up if I want, I can roll the back up, I can have it down completely closed off, or I can have the entire thing open almost like safari style. So that's my ultimate goal for it. This was kind of just like a really crude mock-up prototype type deal, but it works for the most part. Now, a trick that you can do here, make yourself some kindling if you're not super accurate with a splitting maul or an axe, is you can set that heavy maul, this is an 8-pound, right on top of it, lift it up, and then just drop it just like that. Continue doing that until you get a split, and then you can just run that maul right down it until that splits apart into nice little pieces just like that. I've got these fire plugs from Bigfoot Bushcraft. These are awesome. Basically, these are just a compressed cotton ball that have some kind of combustible fluid in there, some kind of material. And you just open it up like that, fluff it up until that middle part's open. So my favorite way to do this is I'll take like just a little piece of pine bark or something like that, set that right down in the bottom there. And I'm gonna extra cheat because I got some fire gel. Put just a dollop of this down there so we can get this thing going quick before we lose too much daylight. Then you're gonna light that. It's gonna combust real fast. I'm gonna set it right on that fire starter gel. That's gonna burn for quite a little while, which gives us time to start taking real small stuff like this, these little splinters off of this kindling, and start with some small stuff in here. All right, so what I have brought for us for dinner tonight is we are gonna do some pork chops to get those seasoned up with some barbecue. Those will be delicious, and a can of Bush's baked beans. So I'm gonna get those heating up first. And I've got this set up with most of the heat directed over here, or at least most of the flame. So I'm just gonna set this on this outer part here, and that can just start warming up a little bit. And this really has been my favorite way to do pork chops for a little while now. I've been obsessed with the seasoning here. This is the Kinder's wood-fired garlic seasoning. You can get these in these big containers from Sam's Club for pretty cheap. Specifically, this wood-fired garlic seasoning is amazing on pork chops as well as chicken. I'll do like chicken drumsticks with this. I get like a nice coating all over the outside of those. And then real important here is I'll put a little bit on the plate, and that fat cap, you want to roll that and make sure it is nice and coated in that seasoning there. And that's going to get super crispy over the fire and get a nice char on the outside. And this is a real easy recipe for pork chops that you can do while you're out camping. I do it at home all the time, but for camping particularly, this is awesome because it's very, very simple. Give our great little spray, a little whoopah, whoopah. And we'll get these beautiful pork chops put onto the grate here. Those are already just getting a beautiful sizzle on them. Nice hot fire. Let's go ahead and give those a little flip there. Oh my gosh, those look beautiful. Amazing sizzle on the outside of those. One of my favorite things about being out here in the National Forest that I really remember from that last Apalachicola video that I filmed is just how amazing the sunsets are shining through the trees. The whole canopy of the forest is all lit up, shades of red, orange, green, brown. It's amazing out here. I'll tell you guys what too, if you ever get the chance to come to the Apalachicola National Forest, I always recommend finding yourself a pond to camp next to, a pond or a creek or anything like that. There's going to be more bugs you have to deal with. You might have to watch out for snakes and gators. But the sound of the frogs and the crickets all night long just puts you right to sleep, man. It's beautiful. All right, and I think our pork chops are done. Those are going to be so good. Pair that with that hickory brown sugar Kinder's barbecue sauce. This one, and they do a garlic soy barbecue sauce that is just outstanding, but we're gonna do the hickory brown sugar for this meal here. They got so many different varieties, it's like you gotta try them all. Alright guys, it's about 9 o'clock and darkness has completely fallen over the forest, and it is amazing out here. Just the sound of frogs and crickets. Cannot ask for anything better than this. So we're gonna finish off this whiskey. I'm getting swarmed here. Oh my gosh, they want my whiskey. It's getting pretty buggy out here too. We're getting swarmed, so I'm gonna polish this off real quick, crawl into bed. I'll see you guys in the morning. Oh, good morning, guys. About 7:30 in the morning right now. For the most part here, the forest sounds have just kind of died out. Still the occasional frog and cricket. But I will tell you guys, the one thing that really struck me the last time that I camped here, and what the same thing we heard last night, are the barred owls. They're this really large species of owl that lives in the forest here, and they have this very distinctive, deep call. The best way I can describe it is
It sounds almost like it could be like a monkey, like whooping, or even like a canine howling or something. It's really weird. But there was a couple of them over here in the trees last night calling back and forth to each other. And that paired with the birds and the frogs and the crickets down here, it just put me right to sleep, man. All right, let's go retrieve Miss Adventurer here. Come here, girl. Come here. Hey, sweetheart. Good morning. Give you the booty scratches. All right, come on, girl. Let's go make some coffee. Alrighty guys, we just got done eating breakfast. It's probably about 9 o'clock now, so we're gonna start getting everything all packed up. We're gonna start heading down to St. Mark's. We got about a 45-minute drive from where we're at right now. I'm gonna hit up a little bait shop and then try to do a little bit of fishing down there in the wildlife preserve, see if we can make something happen and just explore the beautiful area. There's a lighthouse down there we're gonna check out. It should be pretty awesome. And guys, I do just want to take the opportunity here real quick to mention that I do have a second YouTube channel that I film called CKW Outdoors that is strictly fishing content, where I will be posting the full version of my fishing trip down to St. Mark's. This video that you're watching now will include short clips of it, but if you want to see the whole thing and you are interested in fishing content, please go subscribe to my other channel. The link will be down below in the description. Jerry's Bait and Tackle. Let's see what this is all about.
I mean, did you want
Just 2 dozen.
2 dozen? Oh, that's a prototype.
Cool. Thank you guys.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye.
I appreciate it. All right, y'all, we got the shrimp. Okay. Toll booth is closed. Pay the entrance fee here. So there's the fee there for the St. Mark's National Wildlife Refuge. $1 for a bicycle, $5 for car and motorcycle there. All right, there we go. There's my contribution to keeping this place clean. Hopefully that's what it's being used for. Hello, Miss Fox. Good girl. So this is the St. Mark's Light Station, built in 1830, and then they had a restoration project 2014 to 2018. Wow, dude, that is so cool. This is something that you just do not see a lot of these days. Super cool. So lighthouse builder Winslow Lewis begun work on the St. Mark's structure in 1829. Eroding shores forced relocation a short distance inland in 1842. During the Civil War, the lighthouse played a role in military affairs primarily because of its strategic position on the coast. Coastal raids launched from the blockading squadron comprised much of the hostile action against the Confederacy in Florida. This is a cool little marshland right here. You'll notice too on the edges of these little marshy swamps here, all this muck that goes way up the bank, and supposedly this area actually has one of the highest tide differentials on the Gulf Coast of Florida. Over where we live in Pensacola, those tidal shifts are usually only like a foot to 2 feet. Here, I guess the average is between 3 and 5 feet from low tide to high tide, so that water comes up quite a bit, which provides amazing habitat for fish and all kind of other stuff in these swamplands. This is my first time fishing down here, so I'm looking forward to it. I didn't know exactly what I needed to bring, so got a little bit of everything, but I got some live shrimp, and everything eats live shrimp, so I think we're gonna do just fine. Cool, man. There's nobody down here. Let's see if we can put a little something together here, guys. I'm gonna wade out onto this jetty here and try just fishing the shrimp. See this big ass shark right here? Big ass shark. Probably 5-6 feet. It's a good one. He's swimming like right down the jetty towards you. Yeah, it looked like a big bull. Oh, good fish, good fish. There we go. That's what we're looking for. I think this is gonna be our trout. Hopefully that bull shark doesn't go get him. Come on, baby. Oh yeah, nice fish, nice fish. Nice trout. Come on, baby. Oh my gosh. Dude, this is a stud. This is a freaking stud. Come on, dude, let's go. Let's go. Just gonna walk him down the jetty and get away from this deeper water. Got him. Oh my god, that's a stud. That's awesome. Guys, check out that trout. That is a gorgeous speckled trout right there. That is freaking awesome. There he goes. Back into the depths. You! There he is. It's another slab. I'm gonna play him super gentle. This one hasn't come up and hit top yet though. I can feel big old head shakes, but I'm kind of worried about this one. Kind of worried it's a gaff top. I don't know, he hasn't hit top yet. It's a gaff top or a redfish. That's about the only options. Or he's just acting weird. He's big, whatever he is. I think it's a red. Yeah, it's a red. I was gonna say, he wasn't slapping top. He had to be something else. It's a solid redfish. Oh, get out of that jetty. I don't want him to get me on the rocks. Put a little bit of heat on him here. All these rocks are super sharp. Solid slot redfish. Oh, he's barely hooked too. Oh my gosh, he is barely hooked. Hook out of that guy. If he is within size, we are gonna keep him. Yeah, he's about a 23.5-inch fish, well within the upper end of that slot limit. We are gonna take that guy home with us. I got a cooler in the truck. All right guys, I just finished getting everything all packed up. That is that beautiful redfish that's gonna be coming home with us. That is so awesome. I cannot believe how well that worked out. That is freaking awesome. Let's get back to the truck and get this fish on ice. Man, that was some good fishing, guys. For those of you that don't know, I do have a second YouTube channel, CKW Outdoors, and that one is strictly fishing content. So if you want to see the full version of what happened at that spot, you're interested in fishing, go subscribe to me on my other channel and you'll be able to see the entire version there. But I'll put a little bit of the fishing in this video too for you guys, kind of a compressed version, just because it was so good. I'm stoked we were able to come out here and make it happen. Camp in the beautiful Apalachicola National Forest, boondock camping in the Maverick, and then come out here, see a historic lighthouse in honestly one of the most beautiful places I've ever been in my entire life. I mean, this is like classic Forgotten Coast, Florida right here. And they called us the Forgotten Coast for exactly what you guys are seeing right now, because it is just so sparsely populated compared to everywhere else in the state of Florida. A lot of this is farmland the further inland you go, but even along the coast, most parts of Florida, even where I live, you're gonna have high rises, condos, Airbnbs, big tourist scene, beach bars, boardwalks, all that stuff that you typically think of when you think of Florida. But this right here, this is really, you know, one of the last parts of the state that is still very much how Florida used to be before all of that stuff just kind of took over and tourism boomed. Look at where we're at right now. As far as the eye can see, no high rises, no condos, no houses. You know, there's nobody here. The parking lot is empty. My truck is one of like 3 vehicles in the parking lot right now. I mean, guys, it's crazy. And the fishing is insane. It is absolutely insane that this place isn't so, you know, just full of people. Like if this was back in Pensacola, I mean, it would be crazy. There'd be like, you know, that whole jetty would be shoulder to shoulder fishermen. And here it's just not. This is amazing. It is an amazing thing. That is gonna have to be good for now. First opportunity we have to get some ice, we are gonna do it. All right guys, and I think that is gonna just about do it for this video. I had a blast filming this trip, man. Caught some fish, did some camping in the Apalachicola National Forest, It doesn't get any better than that. I love taking the Maverick out on these trips too. It's such a fun vehicle to drive. And the further we get into this overland build, the easier things get. If you guys are interested in seeing the overland build, if you are new to my channel, go over to my channel, check out all the videos that I have documenting each step along the way with that build. While you're over there, make sure you hit that subscribe button too. That way you don't miss out on future content. We do everything on this channel Maverick related, from the overland build to parts installs, reviews, and videos just like this, actually taking the truck out, overlanding and adventuring. So thank you guys so much for joining us on this adventure. I look forward to the next one, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the next video too. Take care, guys.